What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. The number one enemy amongst Patriots fans right now, apparently. Now, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Cole. We also know as Patriots Club, man. We got a live watch party here tonight. New England Patriots versus New York Giants in New York. Final preseason game. They say it starts at 8, but it is 8:06. And there has been no football yet. So apparently that is just a lie. That's when the broadcast comes on the screen. But guys, we're going to kick it back here tonight. New England Patriots final game of the preseason. Both these teams are undefeated. Who is going to end up on top? Who will remain undefeated with all of the momentum headed into the 2025 season? That is to be determined. Now, I think one of the biggest questions heading into this game on the Patriots side of things was going to be, how many starters were they going to play? Because we have seen a new kind of regime here throughout the preseason under Mike Vrabel, right? Under Belichick, under Gerard Mayo, they would usually play the starters for about a series or two in the first game. They would give up to an entire quarter to the starters in preseason game 2, and then nothing in quarter 3. What was Mike Vrabel going to do? Because in game 1 and game 2, he put the starters out there anywhere between 2 to 5 drives offensively and defensively. Didn't give them anywhere close to what we've seen in the past, but it is official in this game. No starters are playing. I actually want to go through for you guys who the starters are and who is not playing in this game. So, guys that are inactive, and we're going to be here for quite a minute, my friends, all right? So hold your horses. But inactive, Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson, Antonio Gibson, Terrell Jennings, which is really surprising. Is Terrell Jennings about to make this roster? Is Terrell Jennings about to make this roster? There's a real world in which they want to keep 4 running backs. I've told you guys this all offseason. Terrell Jennings not playing in this game is usually an indication that that's a guy they want to keep healthy for the upcoming season. Now, I thought 4th running back would be Lane Larison, but maybe that 4th running back is somebody different. So that is something, of course, to watch. But Stephon Diggs, Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, Matt Collins, Kyle Williams, Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Polk, obviously on season-ending injury reserve. Sorry, I know that name, Jalen Polk, is triggering for some fans, apparently. Can't say anything positive about that guy. But Efton Chisholm, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, Will Campbell, Morgan Moses, Michael Onwenu, Garrett Bradbury, Harold Landry, Caleb Von Chason, Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, Kyrie Stonga, Robert Spillane, Jelani Tavai, Christian Ellis, Christian Gonzalez, Carlton Davis, Marcus Jones, and Jalen Hawkins are all inactive for the game. Who are your starters, right? Your starters are going to be Josh Dobbs and Ben Woolridge at quarterback, JaMychal Hasty, Shane Watts, and Bernard at running back. Wide receiver, John Giles, Webb, Lutz, and Baker. All right? So for all of you pounding the table, saying Javon Baker is a lock to make this final roster, hold the horses, okay? Certainly a good chance that he makes it. I'm giving it 50-50, 60-40. Obviously, him being the 40 side that he makes the final roster, but he needs to show out tonight. That's what I'm going to say. That's probably going to be the biggest thing that I'm looking for, is that if Javon Baker is going to make this final roster, he's playing against 3s tonight. He's playing against nothing but backups tonight, okay? There's no reason for Javon Baker to not show out tonight. Javon Baker should have a career game tonight going up against nothing but 3s. If he's quiet, if he struggles yet again, and it's not all on the quarterbacks, Javon Baker might not make the roster. He's going to have to show out on special teams. He has to show out as a wide receiver if he's going to make it, because if he was any type of lock, he would not be playing. And the fact that his cast is Giles and Webb and Lutz, I think says a lot. Your tight ends are Baker, Scott, Westover, Dupree, and Fotheringham. We got the Giants coming out here first. So this is the first preseason game that we haven't seen the New England Patriots get the ball first. I will say Jackson Dart is at quarterback for the Giants. So the Patriots 3s are going to be getting some real work. The first-round quarterback for New York, who's looked pretty good over the last 2 weeks, man, he is a starting quarterback for the Giants. You also got Cam Scatabo, also the, second rookie, third-round pick there for the Giants. He is also starting for New York right now. So first carry for them, and they only got about 4 yards. I say only as if that's not a good play there, but let's see. 2nd and 6 for New York. Oh, flag on the play. 0 pass rush for Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart's going to throw on the run. Wide open. It's a Gunnar Olszewski, the former New England Patriot. And if this play stays, The New York Giants are about to punch it in the end zone already. Flag on the play. Marte Mapu is out there. Holding on the defense. Penalty is declined. And that game stands. So 0 pass rush. Jackson Dart sees nobody open down the field. Steps up into the pocket like he's going to run. Throws on the run. Hits former Patriot Gunnar Olszewski on the play. And Gunnar Olszewski just works around every Patriot defender. Look, game doesn't matter. Okay? You got pretty much all backups. Okay? Pretty much all backups in there. So obviously it doesn't matter, but backup defense is struggling a little bit. Although we do have some starters on defense. So they're on the 9-yard line already. They're going to fake the handoff. Jackson Dart throws on the run and misses his tight end. So it sounds like on the offensive side of the football, no real starters. That offensive tackle, you got Bryant Lowe, Jacobs Conley. At guard, you have Wilson, Strange, Wallace, Robinson, the other Robinson, and Butler. So it sounds like that guard spot is still wide open here. Edge, you have White, Jennings, Swinson, Jones, and Ponder. Defensive tackles, Farmer, Farms, Ritzy, Pecco, Bildy, and Alajaga. Am I saying that right? God, it literally is a bunch of threes when you got guys' names, so you have no idea how to pronounce it. Linebacker, you got Jack Gibbons, so a guy that a lot of Patriots fans thought would make the roster. Not a guarantee to. And then you also have Mapu, Rice, Riley, and Moten. And then at cornerback, you got Alex Austin out there. So a guy we all project to make this final roster. Alex Austin is out there right now. James, Battle, Minor, Bolden, Crossley, and Polk. Safeties, you got Jabril Peppers, Woodson, Duggar, Epps, Pettis, and Schooler. So the whole safety group really out there. And then, of course, your special teamers do stay the same. 3rd and 6 for the Giants. Can this defense bend but not break? And they cannot. 3rd and 6. Jackson Dart has some pressure on him. Delivers a touchdown to the tight end. Works with the defender on the back of his heels. Trying to see who the defender was here. Believe that was Battle for the Patriots that was working on the tight end. And Jackson Dart and the New York Giants, they work immediately down the field and punch that thing into the end zone. Look, Jackson Dart is going to be the starting quarterback for the Giants at some point this season. So this backup defense, for the most part, it's a backup defense. Your pass rush out there is none of your starters. Some guys in the secondary, Alex Austin, your cornerback 3, he's out there working as your starting cornerback. And then obviously you got, Peppers out there and some of the safeties you expect to be in the starting rotation. But other than that, mostly backups for New England's defense. But the quarterback that projects to start at some point for the Giants drives down the field and just kills his Patriots backup defense. Got to meet Jackson Dart during the Senior Bowl. Kid's got aura. I say kid as if he's not the same age as me. Shout out to Zach, man. Shout out Zachary. One of the few Jets fans I can actually stand. Shout out you, Zachary. He says, what do you want to see the most for this game, Colby? Look, it's a bunch of threes. And so as much as I would love the Patriots to win this game and go undefeated, obviously it's the preseason. It doesn't matter, right? Like, the fact that the Patriots have had this momentum in the preseason, this is as well as they've done in the preseason in recent years. That's certainly good. They certainly have momentum. But you had the Raiders a few years ago. I mean, I think that was Josh McDaniels' first year. The Raiders went undefeated in the preseason. They did nothing in the regular season. The Chiefs last offseason in the preseason, they didn't win a single game. They went to the Super Bowl. So preseason, it really doesn't matter. So I would love for them to go undefeated, but again, doesn't really matter. A bunch of threes, it's hard to say there's much I want to see. So I would say the biggest thing that I am looking for is from this offensive line, right? Like, what can these backup tackles look like? More specifically, what do these guards look like? Like, I know it's hard to say that there's real competition there, but at least from these guards, like the Patriots have questions. Who's your starting guard week 1? Who's your starting center week 1? I feel like Bradbury probably is your starting center. That's what it's trending towards, but it's not guaranteed. And you certainly don't know who your guaranteed starting left guard is. So that's what I'm looking for in this game. Which guard comes out the best? And for these wide receivers, I'm looking at Javon Baker. Like, really, I think my biggest takeaway, I think all eyes for me are on Javon Baker in this game because he hasn't looked good in the preseason. He's strung together some training camp practices. He looks good on special teams, but you have really every true starter, especially on offense, every true starter is inactive for this game. So the fact that Javon Baker is out there and he's working with guys like John Giles and Ritzy and Webb, guys who you know are not making this final roster, certainly not a good look. And so Javon Baker's playing against a bunch of threes. No reason that he should not have a career game today. No reason. Strange things are going on. Strange things. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Make sure we enter the live chat. Meant to go. There we go. This one. All right, let's see what the Patriots can do. I would assume Josh Dobbs starts here. We'll see how long he starts for, and then Ben Woolridge will obviously get the remainder of the time. But can Josh Dobbs have a decent game too? I mean, my God, if he sucks this preseason game like he sucked the entire preseason, then shoot. Ben Woolridge, you want to be backup quarterback? Javon Baker's the returner. Sheds one tackle, does nothing on the next. We'll see where the Patriots came out. So Ben Woolridge is coming out here. So Josh Dobbs is not coming out. The Ben Woolridge show. Can you guys imagine Ben Woolridge gets a drive or a quarter? And then can you imagine that like the rest of the game you have Josh Dobbs out there? Like Josh Dobbs is actually quarterback 3. But all right, let's see where the Patriots are. Wasn't much of a return. Patriots are at the 22-yard line. John Giles is out there, hands the ball off to JaMychal Hasty. JaMychal Hasty pushes forward for about 3 or 4. We'll see where they spot it. Hey, man, my boy Brandon comes in here and says, yo, Colby, it's my birthday today. Go Pats, screw the Giants. Hey, Brandon, happy birthday. Everybody give a happy birthday in the chat for our boy Brandon, man. Longtime supporter of the channel, means the world to me, man. Shout out for being here, and happy birthday, man. You get to watch Patriots football. Now, it's a bunch of threes in a preseason game, but you still get football. Hope it's a good one so we can have some fun here for your birthday. But all right, let's see. So it's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Woolridge drops back. Pressure on him. Ball is deflected at the line. Was crossing a Patriots receiver on a crossing route. Brings up an easy 3rd and 7 already for New England. Hey, man, if you don't got a whole jug of iced tea, you ain't doing it right. You just ain't doing it right. What's up, Colby? I've been watching since 2018, 2019. Wow, we got some OGs in the house today, man. You love to see it. Love to see it. All right, 3rd and 7. Patriots at the 25. Woolridge drops back. Woolridge under pressure. Throws to Webb, who makes a good catch on a low ball, but is immediately tackled short. That's 4th and down. New England immediately goes 3 out, and now they're punting. Could be an ugly, ugly game for the Pats. Which, what do you expect? I mean, Abdul Carter's out there, guys. Abdul Carter is playing against our threes. No there's pressure on every dropback. So we'll see how long he plays. But the Giants got starters out there, my friends. The Giants have starters. They got Jackson Dart. They got Abdul Carter. The Patriots have literally nobody out there. They don't have any of their rookies out there. Good special teams tackle by Jack Gibbons. Secures a good tackle there. Looks like the guy was going to break it off. But Jack Gibbons with a good special teams tackle here. But, I mean, look, again, preseason, it doesn't matter. But if we're talking about how the Patriots can win this game, they got to get more pressure, especially if Jackson Dart is in there. That is a starting caliber quarterback who, again, like Jackson Dart will be starting for the Giants sooner rather than later. I guarantee you that. But right now, no pressure on him. Not what you want to see. So, interesting fact, the Giants actually have the Patriots number in the preseason. The Patriots have the Giants number in the regular season, so we beat them when it matters. We also always play the Giants in the final preseason game, so congrats. You have better threes than we do. All right, Jackson Dart throws to 13 here for the Giants. Jalen Hyatt. So, Jalen Hyatt, another guy that is expected to be a starter for the Giants. He's out there. Cam Scatterbo, he's going to be starting for them. He's out there. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Still no pressure. They're going to go out here to the tight end. Alex Austin tries to bring him down before the first, but it doesn't look like he'll get it. It's going to be 1st and 10. So they will get the first. Guaranteed first down. They're getting back to the line quick. So first down, Giants. They're already at about the 32-yard line. Jackson Dart still in the game. Drops back. Good pressure here from Truman Jones. He's going to loft it up. Broken up here. Looks like he was almost caught by the Giants receiver, but I believe that was Woodson. Yes, Woodson, the rookie 4th-round pick for New England. So we do have one rookie in the game who comes in and looks like he was almost a catch, but breaks it up. Hey, man, whoa, big super chat here. Everybody, get some love in the chat for Diehard Pats fan who comes in with a big $50 donation. Shout out to Diehard Pats fan. You guys know, when you donate, you get first priority. Your question, your comment, your concern gets thrown up there on the screen. I have to react, and I have to read it, man. Good or bad, no matter what it is. But you guys know, donations and supporting the channel goes such a long way. I really, really do mean that, and I can't thank you guys enough when you do Super Chat. It really does mean the world to me. So, man, shout out to Diehard Pats fan. Says, hey, PG, thanks for the great coverage. Looking forward to the season. I see a lot of potential as we rebuild and grow. Let's go. I agree with you. Are we where we want to be yet? No, but it's year one of a rebuild. You know, you're not going to be where you want to be just yet. So 3rd and 6 for the Giants. Oh, good move by Truman Jones on the outside. Going long here. And no! Broken up there by Jalen Hyde on the outside. You had Woodson and I believe Battle. Let me confirm for you guys, man. I need that Patriots media book, man, so I know who exactly is who for both of these teams. They don't give me that. They don't give me that. Yeah, so Miles Battle was a pass breakup there. You also had Craig Woodson come in with safety help over the top. 3 and out there for the Giants. And, this one bounces perfectly. I mean, you just hear Patriots players saying, get out of the way. Nobody touched the ball. They didn't want to muff the punt, but bounces beautifully for the Giants. Bounces inside the 15. So Ben Woolridge in this offense is going to have to go down the field if they're going to try to tie this game early on. So we'll see how this one comes back. But, hey, good job by the defense for clutching up. You allow Jackson Dart to drive down the field, immediately get into the end zone for 7, literally in like 4 or 5 plays. But then we come back on the following drive and force that 3 and out, baby. That's what we like to see. Stephen Roy is back at it again, man. It's our guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Stephen Roy, man, our favorite UPS driver, doing the hard work, man. Shout out Stephen. Stephen was the sponsor of last week's watch party. I mean, God, this guy was donating probably his entire savings. Again, Stephen, please don't go broke for me, but we appreciate the love beyond words. Says, hey, man, can't stay tonight. Go Pats. Later. Thanks. Hey, man, Stephen, shout out to you for just coming in, showing some love, even if you got to pop out, man. Stephen, hopefully you can watch the game or listen to the game in some type of capacity. I'm sure you're working because those UPS drivers, man, they don't sleep. They just don't sleep. Man, shout out to our boy, Stephen. D comes in here with a big $5 donation. Shout out D, who says, the same trash offense McDaniels was running last time he was here. Shaking my head, it's not creative at all. It's predictable. Again, and like, look, they're not going to throw everything out there in the preseason or training camp. They're going to really install what we'll see this season, you know, come next week. So we'll get I can't say we'll get a better idea because the media is only allowed for like the first 10, 15 minutes of practice, but at least the team will get a better idea of what they're going to run. But so far, it's like, yeah, it's screen plays, it's basic runs. You get into the red zone and it's run. So things are pretty basic so far, but I think they'll I think they'll get less predictable when the time comes. Like I think Josh McDaniels will use Drake May as a mobile quarterback and use his legs more than AVP did. AVP was scared to use it. He didn't want Drake May to get injured, which I understand, but that's like the superpower of Drake May. You got to use it. That's why you drafted him. I'm from Santiago, Chile. Ooh. Wow, we got someone all the way from Chile, man. Shout out WWE fans forever. Let's go Patriots. This is my favorite team in the NFL. Well, don't worry, WWE fans forever. We got you covered all season long with these watch parties. Shout out to my boy Felipe, another longtime supporter of the channel. We got the OGs in the house. He says, what do you think if the Pats trade Keon White and a second or third for Trey Hendrickson? I mean, they trade for him. White isn't starting over him. No, White's definitely not going to start over him, but like, this team's young, right? Like, that's the thing with the Patriots. It's like, I don't understand this idea of Trey Hendrickson. Like, he's a good player. I think he makes the Patriots a top 5 defense. Interesting fact, like, there's only been like 3 teams since the 1990s to have a top 5 defense and not make the postseason. It's like the Jets and the Eagles. And so if you have a top 5 defense, you're almost guaranteed to be in the playoffs as long as your offense is somewhat decent. But I think the Patriots have added enough pieces this offseason over the last couple of years. I think we need to see what we have in-house. And I think that if you bring in Trey Hendrickson, you really don't know. The other thing about Hendrickson is that he's going to be 31 by the time that the season is over. So he's got 2-3 years left in the league. So you're not building for the future. You're building right now. And realistically, as Patriots fans, we're not expecting the playoffs. We would love it, but I think we're just expecting progress. We're expecting to be a team that at least doubles our win total over the last 2 seasons. And if we can make the playoffs as a dark horse, that's great, but that's not the expectation. So me personally, I would like to see what we can still get from Keon White, and having to give up a premier second or third round pick to me that's valuable for this team to continue to rebuild just doesn't make sense. On top of the fact that you're going to have to give Trey Hendrickson a massive, massive contract too, at least $30 million a year. So me personally, I wouldn't do it, because I do think that Keon White, if you hone in on his skills, can be dominant. All right, but Ben Woolridge drops back, tries to go to John Giles on 2nd and 12, but passes too high. Where would you draft Trey Henderson in fantasy? So, look, I love Henderson. I would target him mid-rounds if he's still there, but I'm not drafting Henderson in the first 3 rounds. I think you're going to get better starters. This is going to be running back by committee. Real potential they keep 4 running backs. So, again, if he's there in the later rounds, okay. But I think there will be some people that reach on him just based off of his preseason. And I'm not going to be one of those guys that does it. I've learned under Josh McDaniels to not do that. What I will say is Hunter Henry. I think people will sleep on him. Hunter Henry as like a mid-round tight end. I wouldn't hate that. Like in 2021, when Hunter Henry was here working with Josh McDaniels, there was like 6 consecutive games where he had a touchdown. It's pretty crazy. All right, Patriots punting again on 4th and 12, almost in their own end zone. Good punt, but a flag. Patriots special teams gets him out before he reaches the 40. See what the flag is. Gunnar Olszewski on the play. Yeah, Zachary makes a good point here. I mean, Ben Woolridge having a hard time getting the ball past that defensive line that just keeps batting passes down at the line of scrimmage, excuse me. All right, we'll see what this flag's about. So it's on the Giants, unsportsmanlike conduct on Javon Baker. I guess they were double blocking him, and that's unsportsmanlike conduct because they were going out of bounds and inbounds. So good job on Javon Baker, I guess. You know, that's a positive. He forced a flag. There you go. There's something. It's not going to get him on the roster, but it's at least something. You know, double teaming him. That's obviously the guy that they're most worried about on special teams right now. So Patriots back the Giants up a little bit more on a pretty good punt there by Bryce Baringer. Jackson Dart still out there, my friends. And wow, that flag really hurt the Giants. That backs them up there to like the 10, probably about the 9, actually. Good run by them, though, on the outside. Doesn't pick up the first, but very, very close. See where they spot it. Shout out to Tom Brady himself. Tom Brady's in the chat, you guys. Give Tom Brady some love. Says, how training camp are their autograph signs, etc. Yeah, so I mean, when I was at training camp, it was good. I get autographs every single year. This year, I got to meet Mike Vrabel, talk to him a little bit, met Efton Chisholm, talked to him a little bit, Stephon Diggs, talked to him a little bit, Robert Spillane. In fact, it was funny because I was talking to Diggs, and then Robert Spillane comes along. I'm like talking to Diggs, I'm trying to get his autograph, like Robert Spillane's there, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, hey, yo, you want to get this guy's autograph? And I was like, oh, I know about Robert Spillane, top 10 linebacker in the league. And then you see Robert Spillane laughing, so just cool to see Stephon Diggs giving Robert Spillane some love. That's some high praise, man. That's some high praise. But, okay, so they wanted to do a virtual measurement, and it ends up being a first down. So, scratch that. Is a first down. Wow. So apparently, guys, sneak peek, if you're watching the live right now, apparently there's some breaking news that the NFL, again, allegedly, and I'm actually going to say who it's according to so no one gets upset at me. According to Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson, the NFL allegedly told teams not to draft Shador Sanders. If that's true, the NFL is got to have a massive lawsuit. All right, 23-yard line here for the Giants. After they get the first, they're going to fake the handoff. Patriots get pressure, but they do get him. And the Patriots sack Jackson Dart. First sack of the game. Good play there. Finally, the Patriots defensive line actually does something. Looks like it was Jack Gibbons, man. Jack Gibbons has had a pretty decent start so far between special teams and now the sack. Let's take a look at this. So, looks like he fakes the handoff. You had Farms get in there with the original pressure, and then Jack Gibbons comes up and finishes the play. 2nd and 16 for the Giants, who are at the 18-yard line. All right. Drops back, some pressure. Jackson Dart tries to throw on the run, flag on the play. Gets a gain, but it is a tackle. Miles Battle on the big tight end. Flag on the play. We'll see who this is on. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, replay of 2nd down. So that should be 2nd and 26. That's on their right tackle, Forsyth. Gets the holding. So Patriots might, we'll see. It's the 2nd down, but the Patriots might be lucky here on defense. But I'm going to be honest, though. If Jackson Dart's out there, I just don't trust our offense based off of how they're playing to be able to complete a pass. All right, 2nd and 24, excuse me. Dart drops back. More pressure. Oh! Bobbled by Collins, number 8, the wide receiver for the Giants. And that is going to be a drop. Lucky it wasn't an interception. You see him bobble it, try to get a hold of it, and ends up dropping the ball. So Patriots get the pressure there on 2nd and 24. Jackson Dart stays tall in the pocket, delivers a throw. Should have been a catch. Would have still been short, but a drop there. All right, 3rd and 24. Was that Keon White? Yeah, so Keon White's out there. We have a couple of Patriots starters out there, but for the most part, not much. So we do got Keon White has gotten more time in the preseason than I expected. I don't know if that's good or bad. Only time will tell. But all right, Patriots make the tackle before the line of scrimmage. 4th down, Giants will be punting. So, like I said, the Patriots do have some of their starters on defense out there. It's offense that they don't. Offense, they don't have starters. But defensively, you do got Peppers. You got Woodson. You got Duggar. You got Alex Austin. You got James out there, DJ James. So he won't be a starter, but I think he'll make the roster as a depth corner. In terms of defensive tackles, like you got Farms and Farmer out there, but like they're not going to be your starting tackles. They're more like depth rotational guys. But whoa, good return. Good return here by Webb on the punt return. Had one guy to beat, but unfortunately gets wrapped up. Really good return there by Webb, who over the last couple of weeks on special teams, Webb has done pretty well. So, look, not going to make the roster. Not going to make the roster, but can the Patriots get lucky enough to get him back on the practice squad? Because if Marcus Jones gets injured or something, Webb could be your punt returner. He's patient. He's shifty. He waits for blocks to develop. He had one guy to beat, and that would have been another punt return by the New England Patriots. I thought Mappa was supposed to be a linebacker now. So, look, they might just be playing him all over the defensive formation at this point just because there's only so many guys they have playing in this game. But the Patriots did officially move him from safety to linebacker. So that is what he's listed as. Do I watch the Celtics at all? Now and then. Now and then I'll watch the Celtics, but I don't really follow it. I'm literally so busy between the channel, running all social medias, between the random hate that I get on social media for my Jalen Polk takes, between school, between roundtable, there's just so much I do. I just don't have the time to follow every sport the way that I would like to. But if I have the time to sit down and relax and there's nothing else on that I want to watch and some Celtics are on, I'll watch some Celtics. Although I don't know if I want to watch them this season with Tatum out, man, but people hate Kobe. How could they? Well, unfortunately, there was a video that people just read the title. They didn't actually watch the video, and a bunch of people thought that I was saying that Jalen Polk getting injured was good, when in reality, I was saying that Jalen Polk being placed on IR is good for him and the Patriots. And people turn that around because that's what people do on social media. So it was really mainly on Twitter, but you had some people in the YouTube chat too who were twisting my words, man. That's why you guys got to watch the video, man. You guys can't just read the title and look at the pictures and expect to know what it's about. You know what I thought about this? I was like, yo, the people that are getting upset about this Jalen Polk video are the exact people who read the title of a book with knowing nothing about it. But they read the title of the book and they say, yeah, this book sucks. What do you mean it sucks? You didn't read it. How does that make sense? PG, would you trade White and a 26-second for Trey Hendrickson, throw Duggar or Jennings if need be? So supposedly, right now the Bengals want a first, another pick, and a defender. They're not going to get that. They're not going to get a first, period. But I talked about this a little bit earlier. I would not. I do think that Keon White has the potential, if he puts everything together, to be a really good edge rusher in this league. He's also young. The Patriots are rebuilding. Trey Hendrickson is going to be 31 when the season's done. He's only got 3 years left in the league, maybe. You got to give him a massive contract on top of trading for him. I don't think it makes sense for the team. If they did it, would I be mad? No, of course not. Hendrickson's a great player. He led the NFL in sacks last year. But I don't think they'll do it, because why would they trade for Hendrickson, give high-end draft capital, trade a player, give him a massive contract when he's going to be 31 at the end of the season, but they didn't want to sign Judon to an extension? I don't really think that would make a whole lot of sense. So me personally, I know not to get excited about it, because knowing this team, logically, it's just not going to happen. Would I give up a first-round pick for Terry McLaurin, though? That's a different story. That's a different story. What would a trade for Micah Parsons look like? I think Micah Parsons will get dealt. But, by the way, 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. Great return that probably will do nothing with it. They're at the 39-yard line. Woolridge fakes the handoff, goes to Hasty. Hasty is shifty. Hasty! He's just going to miss it. Oh, close to the first. What will the Patriots do? Try to get the kick or go for it. This is going to be 4th and 1, 4th and inches. Will we do it? At this point, we're going to have to run the ball every play, because they're not going to pass. They can't pass. This offensive line is rough. It's backup, so, obviously, but good stop by that safety. 35. So Patriots are not going to go for it. It was 4th and 1. They're at the 30. They're not going to go for it. Got the Patriots rookie kicker out here, Andy Borgales, with the kick. Andy Borgales misses from 30 yards. It was like 30, 35. Is this a joke? Is this a joke? Are you kidding me? Andy Borgales is the perfect example, guys, on why you do not get excited about players in the spring. Andy Borgales stole the job. Like, we were ready to put the nail in the damn coffin in that for the kicker battle. But Andy Borgales just missed last week from 57. And my problem last week, was it what? Was it longer than that? It was 49? Oh, that's my bad. I thought it was like 35. But nonetheless, 49 he should have made it from. But last week, he misses a 57-yard field goal. I'm not mad he missed from 57. What I'm mad about is the problem wasn't the distance. It was the accuracy. He was wide left, like so bad that you knew he was going to miss the kick last week the second the ball came off his foot. This week, he misses from, I'm trying to find the exact yardage. 49. So, excuse me. It was longer than I thought. So, I thought it was 30, 35, but it was 49. So, Borgales missed from 49. That's still inside the 50, guys. Like, that is still a kick that he should be guaranteed to make. Last week, wide left from 57. This week, wide right from 49. So, according to Evan Lazard, it was a 49-yard. That's the one thing, though, that sucks about not being at the game and having to watch through the live broadcast is, like, they don't give you, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give you the full look. They switch images too quick. Facts. Okay. Guys, should we trade? Should we give up our first rounder next year for the kicker from the Jags that nailed a 27-yarder? Or 27, excuse me, 70-yarder. 27 would have been nothing. I'm not giving up a first rounder for that. Yo, PG, did you hear about JT? What happened to JT? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? So for those who can't watch the game live, I would love to show you, but unfortunately I can only do play-by-play. Even if I show the audio, I'm clipped by the NFL. But right now, this game is on. You can try the NFL app, but if not, it's on Amazon Prime Video. That's where this game is. Jackson Dart still out there. Goes to Hyatt. Brought down by Mr. Irrelevant, Kobe Minor, the cornerback. Oh, JT, like Justin Tucker. Did I hear what happened with him? Oh, yeah, I heard about what happened with Justin Tucker. I actually knew what happened with Justin Tucker before it was released. So, like, there was I'm not going to say who because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Jalen Hyatt, there were rumors that the Giants were trying to trade Jalen Hyatt, but he's had a few drops in this game. He's not getting traded. Ain't nobody want Jalen Hyatt. 4th and 4. Giants are punting. Patriots get the ball. But I knew about what was going on with Justin Tucker at the Senior Bowl before it got released. So I was talking to someone and they told me, but they were like, yeah, like, don't say nothing though, because it's not released yet. And obviously I wasn't, you know, if you expose a source when they tell you not to say anything, you ruin the relationship. That's like number one. You don't do that in the media when you're a reporter. So I didn't say anything about it, but I did know that Justin Tucker, that whole situation was going down before it was reported. I think I knew like the day before. Hey, man, but do me a favor, guys. Leave a big like on the video, whether you're watching on Twitter, whether you're watching on YouTube. Leave a like. And for those who want to comment, we did change it. You got to be subscribed to the channel, which I think is fair. I think that's fair. You guys got to be subscribed in order to comment. So, guys, look, I release a lot of content. I touched on Jalen Polk being placed on IR today. I talked about the Duggar and the Jennings, them both being put on the trade block. I talked about that today. A lot of content released on YouTube, man. So make sure you guys subscribe if you aren't already. They're going for 4th and 4. Patriots should have had the sack. Jackson Dart goes for it, gets the first. Patriots supposedly get the fumble, but a flag on the play before. Did he fumble? What's the flag? A lot just happened. Peppers got clocked on that fumble recovery, though. If it was a fumble recovery, Jackson Dart got hit pretty hard, too. You don't want Jackson Dart out there taking those kind of hits in the preseason. That's why I'm surprised. Like, Jackson Dart is playing more than I expected. All right, let's see what happened here. So Woodson comes up. Jack Gibbons slams the guy on the ground. Oh, that's a fumble. That ball is out. That ball is out. Jack Gibbons. All right, so the Patriots did force the fumble. Jack Gibbons forced the fumble. Patriots recovered. Unfortunately, holding on the defense, 39. I believe that's Polk. So, unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Patriots would have forced the fumble there. Jackson Dart went for it on 4th and 4, got it, but fumbles. Patriots would have had it. 39 holding, though, offsets it. And so, unfortunately, that is a first down now for the Giants. Can't do that, man. That's exactly what Mike Vrabel is going to preach. It's the preseason, so it's going to be a teaching moment, but that is not what you want to see. If you are the Patriots, like, this is what Mike Vrabel is going to preach. You make plays like that, but if you make mistakes and you commit a penalty, now look at it. You went from putting your offense in excellent field position down by 7 in a fumble recovery to now you're giving the opposing offense back the ball in a first down. But Jackson Dart in the blue medical tent, Jameis Winston in the game. Guys, I just told you that's why if you're the Giants, you don't put Jackson Dart out there for this long. If you want him to start at some point, now he's concussed. Like, all right, Winston goes deep. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt this time gets the ball. Touchdown. Jameis Winston, 1 play, 1 touchdown. Disappointing, man. Disappointing. The Patriots go from a fumble recovery on Jackson Dart, led by Jack Gibbons, recovered from Jabril Peppers, to Jackson Dart in the blue medical tent. Jameis Winston, 1 play, 1 touchdown. That is the difference that one bad penalty can make. That is the difference between you winning the game and losing the game. This was against Kobe Minor, Mr. Irrelevant. Looks like Hyatt pushes off of Kobe Minor at the last second, is able to get a little bit more wiggle room, tracks the ball down, easy touchdown. So I didn't think the coverage was bad. I think it's good ball placement, but I mean, Kobe Minor's got to have a little bit more effort on that play. Look, I didn't love the addition of Kobe Minor. I thought that there were better cornerbacks. I thought there were better Kobe's still left on the board as cornerbacks that they could have went with, but 14-0 New England, man. Winston should start week 1 for New York. So actually, we are hearing that there are teams interested in trading So Dart is out of the blue medical tent, by the way. But Jameis Winston is getting trade interest from NFL teams. Could it be the Patriots? Could it be the Patriots, potentially? Who knows? Josh Dobbs ain't a good backup at this point. But no, it's definitely not. But New England Patriots get the ball. Can they do anything? They're going to take the touchback here. So they're not even going to take it out. But there was a question a little bit earlier that I did want to answer. So it looks like Jackson Dart will probably come back out, but we'll see. But there was a question earlier, what would a Micah Parsons trade look like? I think Micah Parsons will be traded. I don't know if it'll be this year, but I do think he will be traded. We actually did just see. So Jackson Dart is officially cleared. So that's official. They just said that. But we'll see when he's traded. I don't think that he will be traded this year, but we'll see. I think Jerry Jones is stupid. But we did get breaking news that Micah Parsons did just delete everything related to the Cowboys off of his social media. But Shane Watts here with a pretty good run. Stopped just short of the first. That's going to be second and short. But I think if you're trying to make a trade for him, it's going to cost multiple first-round picks. I think that you're looking for a trade. I think that the Giants, or not the Giants, but the Cowboys, rather, would be looking for a trade that is consistent from what we saw a few years ago with Khalil Mack when he was traded from the Raiders to the Bears, I want to say it was. And look, Micah Parsons is even better than Khalil Mack was at that time. Micah Parsons is already going to be a Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. So it's going to cost you multiple first-round picks. Minimum. And a player. Because one thing we're seeing with trades more often is that when teams are making trades, they want a player in return. It's not just draft capital. It's I want draft capital, but I want a damn player also. So the Patriots would have to give up a pretty decent player on top of it. All right, 3rd and 1 for the Pats. Shane Watts in the backfield. Shane Watts gets the first and a little bit more. I've been impressed with Shane Watts. It's the preseason, so I got to be careful saying that, but I've been impressed with him. If he wants to be on the practice squad, you got a spot, baby. You got a spot. All right, 1st and 10 for New England. They're across the 50. Oh, my gosh. My AirPod just connected to my phone. That's not what I wanted. Ah, crap. Talk about bad timing. All right, so a gain of 1 for the Patriots on 1st, 2nd and 9. I'm curious what this quarterback battle is going to look like for the Giants, man. All right, the Patriots here at the 44. They're going to hand it off to Shane Watts again on 2nd and 9. Predictable. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down. That's going to be probably 3rd and 11. See where they spot the ball. Get City So off the team, man. Dude, City So and Layden Robinson, I'd be surprised if they make it. There's a lot of talk about what could Cole Strange get in a trade. And if they get something good, all right, trade him. But at this point, I wouldn't trade Cole Strange because you don't just need a starting left guard. You need a backup left guard too. And at this point, like I trust Cole Strange to start and be my backup more than I trust City So or Layden Robinson. So I don't even know if I would trade Cole Strange at this point. The team also might trade Cole Strange and then just pick somebody off of the waiver wire. That's also a real possibility. Or trade her like a 6th or 7th for some guy. you imagine though, guys? Like I was thinking about this. I was like, could you imagine I've gotten so much hate on social media for like my video on Jalen Polk because everybody again mixed it up, created a narrative that wasn't true. But could you imagine that happens and then the Patriots release Jalen Polk with an injury designation? I'm like, no, he's gotta be back. What do you mean? Like he's still gonna compete next year. That is just like tomorrow, released with an injury designation. No, I really hope they don't do that. I really don't. The Patriots need help at receiver next year, too, so. All right. I don't think the Patriots will attempt a field goal. We'll see. I'm assuming a punt. Make sure to leave a big like on the video, my friends. Really, really help support the channel. 81 people watching right now on YouTube. More watching on Twitter. Make sure you guys leave a big thumbs up. Guys, I promise you, I'm not that type of guy that likes hey, hit that thumbs up button because it looks good. Like, no, guys, when you leave that thumbs up button, it helps the videos do a lot better. And I put a lot of time, especially on YouTube. It takes so much time for all content that we produce. And unlike a lot of channels, I actually do everything on this channel myself. So everything you see is all me. So it would really help a lot if you guys hit that thumbs up button, not just on the live stream, but really all the videos. But all right, 3rd and 10. Patriots are at the 48-yard line. Woolridge drops back, goes to Baker. Let's go! Baker's got a catch, baby! Wide receiver 1. You guys happy? You guys happy? Okay. There, I'm happy about Baker. I'm waiting for the comments. What do you mean Polk is gonna be something? How do you believe in Polk as a wide receiver more than Baker? Baker had that catch in the 2nd quarter of that Giants final preseason game. What are you talking about? I'm waiting for the comment, guys. I know it sounds stupid, but I actually do get those comments. Oh my God, he dropped it! Yeah, he sucks. Yeah, he sucks, guys. Wow. Oh! Ball's muffed. Ball is muffed on the kick return or the punt return by the Giants. Did we get it? Did the Patriots get the muffed? Did they get the muffed punt? Did we get the recovery? Delete the celebration. Seriously. I'm waiting to see it on social media later. Patriots Global believes in Baker. What an idiot. Oh! Oh, that's great. Javon Baker was the gunner down the field, and the guy who was covering Baker for the returner puts his back to the football. The ball hits the back of the guy blocking Javon Baker. Now it's a live ball because it hit a Giants player, and the Patriots recover. Oh, my gosh, that guy's getting cut. That ball is, that guy's getting cut. That ball hit the back of the defender who was blocking Javon Baker, turned his back to the ball. Oh, God, hits him, and the Patriots recover. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Yo, that's awesome. That guy's getting cut. That's probably going to be the Giants' first cut now, but the Patriots better punch this damn ball in. You're at the 12-yard line. There's no excuse to not get the ball. Oh! Ben Woolridge, run for it, Woolridge, run for it, run, Wooly. Oh my God, he's alive. Woolridge dives, baby. So close to getting in the end zone. Woolridge dives for the end zone, gets the first, doesn't get in the end zone, but Ben Woolridge giving himself up to dive. What a great fake handoff. So you got Shane Watts in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a fake to the left. Every single Giants defender bites. Ben Woolridge tries to get a block from John Giles, but one guy still gets him downed at the 1-yard line. Great run there by Woolridge. They're going to give the ball off to Shane Watts. Shane Watts tries to bounce back, but looks like they're going to get it back to the line. Flag on the play. Oh, God, of course. Holding on the Patriots. Cole Strange. Holding on Cole Strange. Yep, he's done. You're done. You're done, bud. Cole Strange is cut. God, if you can't play well in a third preseason game, man, you're cooked. You're cooked. Like, this is the offense hurting itself. Guys, third team, offense here right now. Let's not worry, but, like, it's still, any game we play, I want you to perform well. Oh, Cole Strange, like, bodied the guy. Cole Strange held him and then pancaked him to the ground. Yep, that's an easy call. Patriots are on the 11, first and goal. They're going to fake the handoff. Ben Woolridge under pressure, lofts the ball up. Try to give an opportunity to Jack Westover, but the ball is deflected. Not a bad throw. I mean, Woolridge stays in the pocket, delivers a throw with pressure on him, knows he's going to get hit, still delivers a throw. Not a terrible ball. You want to put that a little bit more in front of him, but that was just a really good play by the defensive back, too. I mean, not a lot of defensive backs got the arm length that guy does. All right, still second and goal. Patriots at the 11. They give the handoff to Shane Watts. Why? Why did we hand the ball off on second and down? Second down. All right, Cole Strange mixing it up a little. How to be separated. All right, third and goal by the Pats. Looks like they're going to take that muffed punt and try a field goal. That sucks. If they can't, this game's over. If they can't capitalize here, man, they're going to need the defense to get a pick six. All right, third and goal. All right, Woolridge drops back. Woolridge goes out. Javon Baker with another drop. Guys, I'm done. You guys, any of you defending Javon Baker in the comment section, get out. That's 2 drops. Okay, the ball is behind him. That's behind him, but that's still 2 drops. That's still, Javon Baker could have had that. If you get 2 hands on the football, you should have that. I know people are going to say it was a terrible throw. It was behind Baker. But Javon Baker got 2 hands on the football. He went like this. So Baker's running. The ball's behind him. He goes like this. He gets 2 hands on the football. He's getting 2 hands on the football. Guys, Javon Baker is the type of receiver that is not a very good route runner. He doesn't get separation. He's good in contested catch situations, a reliable security blanket. He's supposed to catch everything that goes his way. How come, guys, heading into this game, Javon Baker has a 24% catch rate during his entire Patriots career, regular season, preseason put together. Since he's joined the Patriots, heading into this game, has a 24% catch rate. That is still a ball that, I'm sorry, he should have caught it. Okay, and if you want to say, okay, pass was bad, it was a bad pass. What about the play before when he dropped the ball earlier? Should have had that one. Dropped the ball. I don't understand the Baker hype. If Baker makes the roster, it's as a special teamer. If they want him as a gunner, okay. But we need to stop this discussion as Javon Baker as a wide receiver. Please, for the love of God, I feel like I'm driving myself insane. someone, for the love of God, please tell me one thing Javon Baker has done in an actual game since being drafted that makes you think, oh, yeah, that guy could be a good receiver here. Please. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know. Are you guys like fooling me? Are you guys trolling me with the Javon Baker love? I really can't tell at this point, guys. I really can't. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, but you have Vrabel talking to Baker. All right, the Giants are going to run the ball up the middle here. Marte Mapu with a good stop to stop him for about a gain of 1 or 2. All right. 2nd and 8, man. I'm sorry. Like the Baker talk about him being a receiver just like makes no sense. Oh, Kobe Minor with a massive hit. I believe that was Olszewski. Oh, what a massive hit out of bounds by him. Wow. Want to get into some of these super chats real quick, but I got to finish sending this tweet, man, because especially all day, ever since my Polk video, people have also gotten on me for giving him love. And I'm saying we should still see what there is from Jalen Polk. I don't have hype. I don't have hope, but we should see what he can do, especially if you don't got to waste a roster spot on him. And a lot of people were like, yeah, well, like Javon Baker. By the way, Kobe Minor loses this rep against Gunnar Olszewski, who gets an easy first down on him. So first down Giants, Jameis Winston in at quarterback. The former Patriot wide receiver Olszewski is killing us on some of these plays. But a lot of people telling me, no, dude, Baker is better wide receiver than Polk. He wasn't at college. He hasn't been since he got drafted. Please tell me. Please someone tell me, like, and not your opinion, but please someone tell me something factual that says Baker is a better wide receiver than Jalen Polk. Like, both aren't good, but still. All right, good pass breakup here by Duggar. Good breakup by Duggar. Jameis Winston tried to go deep. Duggar with a pretty good pass breakup there in the end zone. Again, Duggar still playing in the 3rd preseason game in the 2nd quarter. Not really a good sign, but there are trade discussions about Duggar. Again, make sure you guys check out the video, the live stream from earlier today when we're done the watch party. But we talked about not rumors, we talked about the reports that Duggar and Anthony Jennings have officially been placed on the trade block. So maybe that's a play the Patriots can put in a package and be like, hey, it's pretty good. What do you want? Now 5th round pick, please. And Duggar with a really good wrap up here on 2nd down. So good closing speed. Duggar looked pretty good there. So far, Duggar's looking pretty solid. Now, again, it's against 3s, but still. Take it where you can get it, guys. Guys, for any of the 31 other teams watching, Kyle Duggar is a really good safety, okay? Really, really good. One of the best in the league. The reason that we're talking about trading him is that he just wants to win, all right? He wants a pay raise, and we can't do that. Just not where we're at. We want to respect him. So, 2nd round pick, and he's yours. It feels fair. Feels fair. All right, 3rd and 8 for the Giants. They're going to hand the ball off. Patriots will stop it. They'll get it to about the 40-ish. We'll see if they attempt a field goal here. Oh, 4th and 6. The Giants are going for it. They're like, hey, well, this team sucks. Might as well. All right. Winston drops back. Winston. There's a flag on the play. Not sure if it was intercepted and then dropped. Another holding on the New England Patriots. Another holding on Polk. Polk, who's had good moments, as a safety. Polk, who's had good moments on special teams. That is two major penalties on Jalen Polk. Not Jalen Polk, excuse me, Jordan Polk. First one was on the fumble. This one was on 4th down. There would have been turnover on downs, and now it's a 1st down for the Giants. Wow. Again, guys, we'll get to the super chats in just 1 second. Want to make sure we tweet this out too. People who come at my neck for some of my takes, but they're like Javon Baker, like truthers. I can't trust your opinion. I'm so sorry. Count the drops for me before you comment. Count the drops. To each their own, but it's just like, he hasn't done one thing since being drafted that I can be like, yeah, this is the hype. I don't. I think Patriots fans fell in love with what Javon Baker could be. They're not falling in love with what he's shown. They're falling in love with what they thought he could be coming out of the draft. There's a big difference. 3rd and 1 for the Giants. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to get it. But a hashtag Patriots this season. But a rough showing that will guarantee he's off the 53. 2, that was a terrible pass. 2 key holding penalties have hurt this team. First one was on the Gibbons forced fumble. This one on 4th down. All right. Giants are at the what was that? It'll be 3rd down and 4. See where they're at. All right. 3rd and 4. The Giants are on the 18. Winston on 3rd and 4. It's going to throw it away. All right, let's get into these super chats here, man. Wanted to make sure I sent out that tweet so that we can, get some Twitter followers in here. But Diehard Pats fan, another $10 donation. Shout out Diehard, who's coming in with some key donations today, says, come on, PG fans, let's tackle that like button for Colby. We ain't even showing half of the numbers of fans watching this. Show your support. It only takes a second. It's true, guys. All you got to do is tap the screen. So if you're watching anyway, might as well support the channel, man. We put a lot of work. This is the full-time job, guys. We're a full-time content creator. So make sure you guys hit that like button, guys. But 4th and 4, Giants will go for it as they've been doing. Why not? Jameis Winston going deep into the end zone. Intercepted! Kyle Duggar. Patriots get the turnover. And Olszewski and Duggar talking to each other, the former teammates. And Kyle Duggar, look, with back-to-back interceptions, people will talk about this. Patriots fans will talk. Well, he's had 2 interceptions in 2 games, back-to-back games. Should we keep him? If anything, I wonder if this is the Patriots putting some good film of Kyle Duggar out there saying, hey, you need a safety. 5th round pick. 5th round pick, and you can have Kyle Duggar. So I think the better Kyle Duggar performs in this game, to be honest with you, the more likely it is they ship him off. But my boy Isaiah comes in here with a $10 donation, says, I can already see Cole Strange getting cut and Javon Baker. You see Javon Baker getting respect on special teams as a gunner. And I still have, I don't want to say hope, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think Javon Baker should make this roster, even as a special teamer. I think we got a lot of guys on special teams outside of Baker that are good. I think we'll be fine if he doesn't make it. But I think if he does make it, there is still the potential for him to make it as a gunner. The number 1 gunner so far in this game, you see him getting double teamed. He's good there, you know? I've been very critical of Javon Baker as a wide receiver, and rightfully so. But Javon Baker is a good gunner. The question is, do they want to use another roster spot on a guy that is only going to be a gunner? Because you have guys like Truman Jones, Elijah Ponder, guys that can give you reps on the defensive side of the football that are pretty good, that are also good special teamers. Me personally, I would give a 53-man roster spot to one of those guys, and I think it'll be Truman Jones. Dark horse, guys. Watch out, Truman Jones. But I think it'll be one of those guys, because those guys can give you reps on special teams and give you reps on defense. Javon Baker, like, you don't want him to play on offense. You guys, the fans, might want them to, but realistically, you don't want Javon Baker out there, because I think he can be a decent run blocker, but like, he's a liability in the receiving game. He just is. He doesn't get separation. He drops the football. So I could see them going another direction. Cole Strange is interesting because he doesn't look great in the game, but we have no idea who's starting at left guard. And he's repped at left guard, right guard, center this entire offseason. And so he has some depth in the interior. And the Patriots also need backups at guard. Layden Robinson, City, so they haven't looked very good. And so I wonder if Cole Strange makes the roster as a backup. But again, maybe they try to ship him off, get some type of draft compensation for him, and then they pick some guy off of waivers on Tuesday. And that's your backup interior O-lineman. I do think they are going to do that. Like, I can almost guarantee you guys that there is going to be an offensive lineman on this final 53-man roster that is not here right now. I can guarantee you guys that. Winston looking out for Duggar. GG's. Facts, man. Yo, Duggar hit on Winston before the game, and he was like, yo, dude, so contract's on the line. Throw me a pick. Your job don't matter anyway. You're just the backup. And he was like, yeah, dude, I got you. Don't worry. Met Jameis Winston at the Super Bowl too, man. Pretty cool. Jameis Winston is a true character, guys. Like, I can tell you, the guy you see, like, outside of football, that's exactly who he is. Trade for Shador. 2nd and 5. Patriots hand the ball off. JaMycal Hasty, who's definitely battling. Like, I think JaMycal Hasty is battling to be a guy who gets that 4th spot at running back. But I don't know, though. Terrell Jennings not playing in this game. I would have played Terrell Jennings. I feel like we haven't really seen anything from Terrell Jennings in this preseason. Now, he had good moments last year. I don't think Terrell Jennings has done anything this year to deserve a roster spot, but didn't play, which is usually a pretty good sign. I would have played Terrell Jennings and seen between Jennings and JaMycal Hasty what guy deserves that 4th spot. I would have said Hasty, me personally, but they might feel Terrell Jennings. All right, Patriots put John Giles in motion. Patriots in pony formation. Woolridge with pressure. Woolridge goes to Woolridge goes to John Giles, his security blanket, who catches the ball, unlike Javon Baker. First down, Patriots. All right, Hasty bounces it to the outside. Yeah. Tries to lock back in, and it's only going to get about a yard. All right, Woolridge goes out to Lutz. Third down. We'll see where they spot this. 3rd and 10. So not much there. Not much on the pass for Lutz. 3rd and 10. And it looks like the Giants are going to be the team that goes undefeated in this game. Certainly disappointing because you of course, want to win, even if it's preseason. But Patriots on 3rd and 10. They're at their own 29. Woolridge drops back, has some time to throw. He's looking deep. He's going for who else? John Giles, baby. The guy who actually can catch in contested catch situations. Flag on the play, though. Probably on us because, of course, what else would we expect? Oh, defense. Let's go. Decline. First down, baby. Let's go, Woolridge. If you guys want to talk about facts, give me John Giles over Javon Baker. John Giles over Javon Baker. Anytime, any day. All right, Woolridge tries to set up the screen here to JaMycal Hasty. JaMycal Hasty has some speed. JaMycal Hasty, just short of another first down. All right, man. Look, if you're the Patriots, okay, let's talk about this because it is still a football game. Preseason or not, starters or not, second stringers or not, still a game. And so how can the Patriots win? Well, first off, the secondary's, gotta continue to lock up. I think more specifically, it's gotta be you gotta stop punching yourself in the foot, shooting yourself in the foot, right? And more specifically, it's Jordan Polk, guy who has shown promise at times this preseason, 2 holding penalties in key moments, one of which was on a forced fumble by Jack Gibbons, recovered by Jabril Peppers. Offsets, first down Giants because of the Jordan Polk hold. Second time would have been a turnover on downs on 4th down. Jordan Polk hold, automatic first down for the Giants. I think they need to get down the field right now, right? I think they can't let the Giants score any more points for the remainder of the first half, right? Stay on the field, dominate time of possession. They need to put up 7 here. They need to stay on the field as long as possible, put up 7, go into halftime, making it 10-14. Patriots come out with the ball first, drive down the field, get into the end zone, be up 17-14. You're up by 3, and then you just got to kind of go drive for drive with them. And if they can do that, they'll finish out on top. Now, I know some people don't care about this, game being won or not, but Man, I want every single damn win that I can take from this team because who knows how many we're going to get this year. So take every win where you can, my friends. We've done pretty good with the bots this time, okay, guys? We've done pretty good with the bots. Wait a minute. Why don't I? Hold up. Why don't I see the bots? I see the bots on my YouTube chat, but I don't see the bots here in StreamYard. What? Do you guys see the bots in the chat? You guys let me know because they're not popping up for me, but I do see them. You guys let me know. Are bots a thing for you? I'm not seeing any. Hey guys, come on, let's be real. John Giles is better than Javon Baker. If you're telling me that I need a guy to be promoted to the active roster this season in those contested catch situations, you know who I want? I want John Giles over Javon Baker. You guys don't see bots? All right, perfect. All right. 1st and 10 here for the Pats. A minute and 30 and still counting here in the second quarter. All right. Takes the handoff. Woolridge drops back to pass. Oh, Woolridge. Looks like he gets back to the line, avoids the sack. Good pocket awareness by Ben Woolridge, I'll say. I will say it's pretty impressive. Ben Woolridge is definitely back on the practice squad if he doesn't get claimed. He has earned that. This team will go as far as the O-line. I think that's a great point. Jermaine, you make a great point. I agree with that completely. I mean, if the offensive line, the better the O-line does, the better the offense will be. And then the passing game and the run game. All right, open man is Webb, who puts a good move on the defender, 35 for the Giants. Patriots with another first down. And right now, this offense is clicking a bit, goes out of bounds too. The Patriots still have 2 timeouts here. So 2 timeouts. Clock stops at 35 seconds. It's 1st and 10. Let's see that 2-minute drill, Josh McDaniels. Pats are at the, not quite at the 35 yet. 37. All right, 1st and 10. Woolridge drops back. Woolridge is going deep, testing it to Webb, and that is not complete. Didn't really even feel like a real chance there, but you just don't want to turn the ball over. That's the biggest thing. Don't turn the ball over. Oh, gets the ball off to Westover, but rough ball placement. Westover has to dive a little bit for it. Didn't really hit him in stride. Timeout, Patriots. Hey, we got Steven back in the chat before halftime. Steven with a $2 donation. Hey, y'all, how we doing? How are the Pats doing, rather? Thank you. Steven, so far, okay, they're not looking very good. More so, Jordan Polk, real inopportune penalties on the defensive side of the football really cost this team 14-3. Patriots have an opportunity before halftime to make it 10-14. 20 seconds expiring, 3rd and 5. Woolridge has time. Woolridge is going to go to... It's going to go to Lutz. Lutz gets the first down. Have you guys noticed that none of these passes have gone to Javon Baker? And when they did, they were dropped. I'm just saying, Lutz can make a better catch. Giles can make a better catch. Webb can make a better catch. I'm going to be honest. I think that Javon Baker might actually be the worst wide receiver on this Patriots roster. I'm just going to be honest. That's a real debate. But yeah, offensively here, Steven, offense has just stalled out a lot early on. Lots of passes being batted down by that Giants defensive line here for Ben Woolridge. Haven't seen Dobbs at all. He is active, but we haven't seen him. Probably just the backup emergency quarterback. But first down for the Pats. 0 timeouts left on the exact 10-yard line. 15 seconds. Got to take shots into the end zone. Clock won't stop. Touchdown! Jeremiah Webb! Jeremiah Webb, touchdown for the Patriots in a beautiful 2-minute drill. And you just see Mike Vrabel smiling on the sideline. Hands up, baby. Jeremiah Webb, man. Jeremiah Webb, I mean, he looks pretty good. Jeremiah Webb is making this practice squad if he does not get claimed. But shoot, there might be a team that looks to claim him. I think they'll get him back, but you never know. Jeremiah Webb, man, toss that guy a bag to come back on the practice squad. Great as a return man, making some plays here as a wide receiver. And Borgales puts the extra point through. Man, I told you guys, the Patriots are going to win this game. You dominate time of possession, drain the clock, stay on the field, end with 7. Make it a 10-14 game. You go into halftime losing, but you get the ball first to start the second half. Go down the field, put up 7 immediately coming out into the third quarter. Make it 17-14. And now the Patriots are in good position to win the football game. It's not over, but good position at the least. It's not over, okay? But they at least did what they needed to do. Good ball from Woolridge. Good catch in traffic by Jeremiah Webb. What a play. What a play. Webb Diggs. Webb Diggs. Hey, maybe. We haven't even seen Stephon Diggs, really. We haven't even seen Diggs. Man, Steven, you're the good luck charm. Steven, you are the good luck charm, my guy. Steven, we need you in the chat for the rest of the game if we're going to win this thing. If we have any chance, it's because of Steven, everyone. The Patriots good luck charm says, show up, perfect timing. Thank you for the info. Man, Steven, I got you covered. Don't you even worry about it. All season long, my friends, got you guys covered. All right, 9 seconds. I just expect this to send us straight into overtime. Or not overtime, excuse me, halftime. All right, that will send us into halftime, everyone. That'll send us in, man. All right, let's hear what Mike Vrabel has to say. Vrabel saying early on, not performing well. He said not performing up to the expectations. He specifically notes at the penalties being a problem. Okay, and he's done that earlier this offseason. This game, they've probably been the worst, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. And it's really been by the same guy. Holstrange on the offensive side of the football, Jordan Polk on the defensive side of the football. But Mike Vrabel said a lot of football to still be played. Hey, Kendrick Bourne, traveled with the team to the game. So there's that. So, hey, man, we'll see. We'll see how we finish up here. Hey, man, shout out to our guy, Stephen Roy. Guys, the king spoke. The king spoke. I didn't tell you guys to do it. The king did. All right? That means now you guys have to hit that like button because I didn't tell you to. The king of the channel, Stephen Roy, baby, said hit that like button with a big $10 donation. So even if you guys disrespect me, it's all right. You know, whatever. I'll take it. But don't disrespect Stephen Roy. Hit the like button, man. Let's go, baby. Save up to 20% off on Disney World. Shoot, I might have to do that. I'll save 20% off. But all right, guys, you know how halftime goes. We are going to be back. Stream is not over. We got a second half of football to still be played. Patriots get the ball first offensively to start the third quarter. Go down the field, 2-minute drill, done beautifully. Beautifully by McDaniels and Ben Woolridge. 10-14. Patriots are still in this game. We're going to be back in a couple minutes, man. We're going to be back in a couple minutes. Use this time to go to the bathroom, get your drink, do what you got to do. So we still got a couple hours left here to stream. So do what you guys got to do because we are right back here in just a few short minutes. All right, guys, back here, and the New England Patriots immediately go 3-and-out. So that was pretty disappointing. Unfortunately, there was a little something going on with my throat, man. For those of you who don't know, something weird, okay? Sometimes, like, this half of my throat, or it's just like my throat, it's my neck, was like randomly tighten up. So I was trying to do like one of those, what's it called? Like, it's basically just like steam. And I was trying to steam my throat a little bit because, guys, we still got an entire second half of football. We got also post-game recap there on Bleacher Report. So a lot of talking to still be done on my part. So I wanted to make sure we're good, man. You know what? The bots were doing so well, and then they came back. Also, pause. You know, that sounded a little weird, but nothing weird, guys, I swear. But again, not what you wanted if you're the New England Patriots. Of course, I said, like, if you want to win this game, you need to come out. I mean, first off, you needed to go down there before halftime and get into the end zone to make it 10-14. They do that, but they come out here immediately and offensively go 3-and-out. So going to have to get some stops there defensively. But nonetheless, you get into the end zone, at least right now, and you have the lead. I don't want to hear anybody tell me about Javon Baker. All right, guys. That's all I'm saying. I said about Javon Baker. Everybody got mad at me. I'm telling you guys, like, when I talk out of realism. I'm not one of those reporters that or talk show hosts that tries to just talk to you guys and say things just to get you guys going and get clicks. Like, what I'm telling you is based off of realism. It's based off of facts. I can back up what I'm saying. Right? I try not to buy in this philosophy of falling in love with what I think a guy could be. I try to be realistic on what they're actually showing me. And again, like, I'm trying to think from everybody else's perspective. What is one thing Javon Baker has done since getting to New England that makes you really believe like he can be a good wide receiver here? And there's seriously not one thing I can think of. You know, even as a blocker, couldn't sustain his block on this opening drive for JaMychal Hasty. So Javon Baker is the best thing since sliced bread. You didn't know. Apparently some people in my Twitter comments think that. But yeah, even him with the flag too, like, it's a run play and you got a penalty, man. Come on. All right, 1st and 10 for the Giants. All right, defense, step up. They're starting here at the 26-yard line. Flag immediately on the play. We'll see who this is on. Again, if Javon Baker makes this team, Javon Baker's making this team because of special teams. If Javon Baker gets a single opportunity in the passing game, you should freak out. All right. 1st and 5. A good catch and in coverage was Bolden. So another 1st down on a 1st and 5 there. Instead of Baker having us stand up out of our wheelchairs eating popcorn, bro should start selling wheelchairs. That might be what he's supposed to do. But again, even my take on special teams, like, there's other good special teamers on this team that can play on the other side of the football. They're not core special teamers. Javon Baker is only a pure special teamer. And do they want to keep another guy on the roster who is just there for special teams? Maybe. I guess it depends on what does Mike Vrabel believe in constructing his roster. If Belichick was here, yeah, sure. But last year, they didn't believe in that under Gerard Mayo. What does Mike Vrabel think? All right, 2nd and 5. DeVito under pressure. DeVito finding a guy. Jukes out 42 for the Patriots. Gets a few extra. So Riley, the linebacker, gets juked out of his shoes. Guy gets a first down and more. Like, guys, I said this earlier, and this is something I really want. Guys, if we're thinking about what they're going to do with this roster, we have to think about what will Mike Vrabel think of. Mike Vrabel likes Javon Baker, sure. But, like, he's not going to keep Javon Baker if Javon Baker is not one of the best 53 players. Mike Vrabel cares about winning first. Mike Vrabel's not going to allow his feelings for a player to get in between. Also, I think it's a little misconstrued in a way. Like, I think Mike Vrabel does like Baker, but I also think that Mike Vrabel said earlier in the offseason when he, was signed by the Patriots, he said every player responds differently, and you need to coach them based off of how they respond. I don't think Javon Baker is the type of guy that responds well to tough coaching. I think he needs the type of coach that's going to put his shoulders around him, and I think that's exactly what Mike Vrabel is doing. I think he's just being a good coach. And I think people are reading into that. Like, Javon Baker hasn't really done much for you, and I think we're looking into making the roster because every time I hear someone saying it, they're like, because Mike Vrabel likes him. Well, okay, but what has he done for Mike Vrabel to make it? Or excuse me, for Javon Baker to make it? I don't know, but Mike Vrabel likes him. Okay, well, Mike Vrabel likes to win more. So, you have guys like Elijah Ponder who are good on special teams and can actually be a good edge defender for you. In fact, a Patriots coach recently came out and said that Elijah Ponder is one of the best players he's ever coached. I think that'll go a long way. I want to make it clear, though, I'm not telling you Javon Baker won't make the roster. If he's going to make it, it's going to be on special teams, and there's potential for it, but it's certainly not a lock. I think Vrabel is going to want a guy that can give reps on offense and special teams or defense and special teams, not a guy who's just going to give you reps on special teams. But, Marcellus Dial's out for the season, so that at least bodes well for Javon Baker, right? Like, if Marcellus Dial was still here and he didn't go down with a season-ending injury, I'd be telling you, yeah, but Baker's zero chance. But all right, 2nd and 9 for the Giants. They're on the 19-yard line. That's why the Patriots had to punch the ball into the end zone. All right, they're going to run the ball here. 2nd and 9. They're going to get 2 or 3. See where the spot is. So Eric, can you release guys on season-ending IR? So you can release them with an injury designation. So, like, if you kind of agree on, like, a number for a release, then okay. And that's why I joked about it earlier. I was like, watch me, like, say, oh, yes, like, Javon Baker, season-ending IR, he'll be able to compete next year. They get to keep him still. And then watch, like, they release him in a week and be like, injury designation. I don't think they will. Unless they think the injury is that serious, I don't think they will. I think if they really didn't want him, like, if they really didn't want Jalen Polk, I think they would have just released him. I don't think they would have placed him on IR. So I think the fact that they placed him on injured reserve this early indicates, like, no, we want him back next offseason to see what he has to work with. But Del Pettis had an opportunity to stop the ball carrier before he gets the first, but unfortunately can't stop him. First down, Giants, 5-yard line. Tommy DeVito hands the ball off, fake handoff, actually, and good play. Good play by Isaiah Bolden. Flag out. Is there a flag? Guy said there was a flag. I'm not seeing one. It was a run pass option, and I thought it was a good deflection by Bolden. No flag, so I don't know why he said flag, but no flag. Good pass breakup in the end zone by Isaiah Bolden. What's up, striker? All right, 2nd and goal. They're going to hand the ball off this time. Missed tackle. Another missed tackle. So a few missed tackles, and then they get him down. 3rd and goal. Let's go, Giants. Hey, man, respect to your Giants, man. I think the Giants are going to win more games than people think. I don't think they're a playoff team, but I do think the Giants are going to be better than people think. That D-line, man, that starting D-line's good. All right, 3rd and goal. All right. We're going to pass. Tommy DeVito goes out. An easy touchdown. Easy touchdown on Marcus Epps, the veteran safety, the former Philadelphia Eagle and Las Vegas Raider signed in free agency. He allows the touchdown. Wow, that was low-key pretty rough coverage there by Epps. I mean, that's a tight end that just burnt him, got a few steps on him. Epps is not making this roster. Not that I thought it was before this, but. All right. Can they make it 21-10? And it's good. And the Giants extend that lead 21-10. So the New England Patriots now losing by 11. That's why you had to get that opening drive touchdown. My friends, is why. Hey, man, we almost missed a live donation here from our boy, Stephen Roy, who says, "Night, y'all. Got to be up in 5 hours for work. Much love and respect. Thank you for the stream, Colby. Go Pats." Now, Stephen, man, if you're still watching, thank you for donating, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I know you work your butt off being that UPS driver, man, but appreciate you for tuning into the show. Hopefully, we're able to keep you locked in while you were working, man. Hope tomorrow was a blessed and safe day for you delivering. That's my guy. Linda comes in here. What's up, Linda? Says, "Hi, Colby. I'm not a Patriots fan. Okay, I'm not a Patriots fan, but I enjoy watching your channel and the other AFC East divisions. Go Dolphins." Linda, I appreciate you. You are a good Dolphins fan. We might be divisional rivals, but you show love when it matters the most, and that's what it's all about, man. Everybody, shout out to Linda. Give Linda some love in the chat, man. Not a Patriots fan, just a Dolphins fan, but here supporting the channel. Shout out, Linda. Make sure you guys leave that big like on the stream, all right? We got a lot of people watching on Twitter right now. We got about 50 people watching on YouTube. So everybody hit that like button, all right? Help support the channel. Hey, Striker, what do you mean? Patriots Global never left. Except for halftime. I did leave then. But other than that, I'm chilling. Hey, man, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok, okay? Really trying to get to 10,000 followers. It's one of my big goals right now. So do your favor, boy. If you got, do your favor, boy. Do your boy a favor, excuse me. If you guys got TikTok, download TikTok. Follow your boy at Patriots Global. You see it scrolling right down there. Release a lot of Patriots content, but I also release NFL-related content too. So keeping you guys up to date, not just what's happening with the Patriots, but also league-wide. But I would say the majority of the content is Patriots. All right, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. All right, Shane Watts gets it back to the line, but won't get anything more. All right, Patriots going to fake the handoff to the left. They're going to go out with Woolridge, who's going to throw on the run. John Giles, who is just short of a first down. It's going to be about 3rd and 1. See where they spot it. All right, Woolridge has time. Woolridge. Ball is batted at the line again. What is that? Pass 4 that's batted at the line for Woolridge. He's having a hard time getting over that D-line. All right, 4th down for the Patriots. They're punting. Our defense looks terrible right now. Our offense probably looks worse. Not even probably. You know what they are? They are worse. This is just one of those games, guys. Okay, it's preseason game 3. What really can we expect? Hey, guys, if you're watching on Twitter, okay, if you're watching on Twitter, I know there's a lot of you. There's 126 people watching on Twitter right now. If you're watching on Twitter, click the link in the bio. Come watch on YouTube and join the live chat. I would love to hear from you guys on Twitter. How do you guys feel about this game? What are you thinking? Get into the live chat, man. Again, I know having takeaways is a little bit difficult in a 3rd preseason game. Starters aren't playing. Second stringers aren't playing. It's a bunch of 3s. Guys who will be on the practice squad and some who won't even be in the league. Someone just commented on Twitter and said Jeremiah Webb over Jalen Polk and Javon Baker. That's a fact. You can't be mad about that. That's just a fact. Oh, we got Drake May with an interview. Drake May saying they're really trying to build a culture under Mike Vrabel, and that's the biggest thing that's been different with him in this regime, rather than the past regime. Polk and Baker on the Seahawks. Pete would have ran the ball. That's awesome. It's a fact, too. They would have ran the ball every play. All right, Giants are in motion. Tommy DeVito hands the ball off. They're going to get up about 4 or 5 yards. All right, 2nd and 6 for the Giants at the 20. Sets up a screen. and they get the first. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I got no hope we're winning this thing. You guys let me know if you think we got a miracle comeback, but down by 11 in the third with the way that this defense is performing, this offense more specifically is performing, I still think we win. Wow. Steelers first round pick, Derek Harmon, supposedly has a knee sprain that's going to keep him out for a while. That's tough. That's why you don't want to play your starters too late. Oh, that might be a flag on Del Pettis. Flag on the play. This is going to be unnecessary roughness on Del Pettis. Threw the guy when he was already out of bounds. Unnecessary flags this entire game. I thought Del Pettis might make the roster. I don't know now. So it sounds like there was a penalty on the offense and on the defense, but because of it being a late hit out of bounds on Del Pettis, 15 more free yards for the Giants. Hey, man, shout out Joey. Shout out Joey who comes in here, says, preliminary PFF grades for Ben Woolridge, 52.1 on offense, 48.6 passing, 66.1 rushing, as 60 overall run blocking. Shout out Ben Woolridge for that 60 run blocking grade, man. Awesome. Worst PFF grade I'm seeing on the offense so far. City Cell with 35.5. Damn. I believe it, yo. City Cell does not look good. City Cell does not look good. Now, Joey, is that for City Cell at left guard or right guard? Eric says, I'm okay with a loss. I want the best players on this team. Need to figure out who is the best out of the best of the third and fourth stringers. Yeah, you got to figure out what your depth guys are going to be. It's not just about having good starters, but also about having good depth. So important to remember. I think Truman Jones has been really, really good so far. A guy who can play a little bit on special teams. I thought he's looked good off the edge. Classic number 54. He was asked about wearing that iconic number, and he was like, look, I didn't choose it. It was just given to me. And he said, I'm going to try to do what I need to do in order to, to kind of just respect that number, and just kind of play by that number. So Truman Jones was also one of Mike Vrabel's players of training camp as a whole. So I think that's also very notable. So one guy a lot of people aren't talking about, Truman Jones, okay? Keep him in mind when you guys are doing your 53-man rosters. All right, 3rd and 1 for the Giants at the 46th, and they get the first. All right. Tommy DeVito drops back. Oh, the guy's got no pressure on him. All right, checks it down. Del Pettis with a good play. Del Pettis, great tackle. You see Del Pettis is not happy. Like, Del Pettis is playing with some fire in him. Fortunately, though, that late hit out of bounds, Vrabel's not going to like that. Second and 9. Giants are at the 41-yard line. DeVito drops back, sets up another screen. Missed tackle there on the outside, and He gets in front of the defense and touchdown. Touchdown, Giants. Long touchdown on another screen pass. What was that? 31 yards, 41 yards? Great block. And I mean, you had one trying to see who the defender was for New England that had an opportunity to make the play, misses the tackle. What was that? 46? Who is that? 46. RJ Moten, I believe, with the missed tackle there. What was the Giants' win over the Jets? As long as it's not as bad as that. What was it? It was 31-12. 31-12. So they lost to about 19. The Patriots are losing by 17. So it's not as bad by 2 points. Not as bad by 2 points. Whatever that's worth. We might have just secured a brand deal, guys. Might have just secured a brand deal. I don't want to say what it is until it's secured, but we might have our brand deal for the upcoming season. If we can score here before quarter 4, we'll still have a shot. If we get a touchdown here, make it 17-28, then we're only losing by 11. All right? So, still a shot. We sound like those guys that are like watching the game and we're like, all right, you know what? We intercepted the ball with 2 minutes left. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drive down the field. We're going to get in the end zone. One play, 190-yard touchdown. All right. After that, we're going to go for the 2-point conversions. We're going to get it. After that, we're going to get a onside kick. Okay. We're going to get that. Another one play. Okay. One play, touchdown. Another 2-point conversion. And then do the same thing over again. We got it. It's kind of what we sound like right now. Out of the offensive line, got to lock in a laser focus, man. The GOAT said it best himself. All right, they're taking another return. I don't even think Baker's in this game anymore, is he? I haven't even seen him. Out of the offensive line, the best PFF blocking grade for passing is Vidarian Lowe with 79.7. Worst is, Marcus Bryant, 45.1. Yikes. So, dude, swing tackle is a competition. Swing tackle is a competition. Is it going to be Marcus Bryant? Is it going to be Vidarian Lowe? I think that's a battle. I think that Marcus Bryant, I trust more to play right and left. Vidarian Lowe, I think, is better at left. I don't trust him on the right. All right, Woolridge going deep to the defender's back. Looking for Jaheim Bell. If he put the ball in front of him, then maybe had a shot. Wow. Last year, the Giants were tied for 29th in wins, 31st in points a game, 30th in yards per game, and last in touchdown passes. So, guys, it could be worse. We thought it was bad, but it could be worse. Could be worse. All right, Woolridge drops back. Oh, Woolridge hit. Oh, intercepted. Woolridge hit as he throws, and that's intercepted by number 30. Pick 6. Oh, God, it got worse. It got worse. Adam Morser for the Giants. Ben Woolridge tried to deliver a throw under pressure, gets hit right into the defender's lap, man. I thought Ben Woolridge has been very, very clean with the football through 3 preseason games. That is the first time it was rough. 10-34. We are officially doing worse than the Giants, or the Jets, excuse me. All right, let's see what happened here. So, Moore was playing cornerback there, was zone. Back-to-back plays, Woolridge tried to go to Jaheim Bell, and it looked like Jaheim Bell and Woolridge were on different pages. It kind of looked like Woolridge expected Jaheim Bell to either run an in route or just sit down in the zone. But it looks like Jaheim Bell instead was running an out route, not on the same page, and the defender just read the eyes of Ben Woolridge. That's just an easy interception. Did Mayo sneak back onto the field? Yeah, actually, I think he was out there. I think he was the one who just got the pick. So we're not winning the game, okay? But can we make it closer? Right? Can we clutch up here? Guys, I don't know what it is, but we play the Giants every single third preseason game. Every year. It's always the final game, and it's always in New York, and they always beat us. I don't know what it is, but it's like our kryptonite. My Jets lost 12-31 versus the Giants. Zachary, that's why I said earlier, I was like, look, we're going to lose. But can we lose a little bit better than the Jets did? Look, I know it's literally like our 3s and 4s out there, but still. All right, they hand the ball off. Shane Watts. Oh. Actually, that's not Shane Watts. Bernard is out there. A guy the Patriots just signed a couple of days ago at running back. That's quite literally how I would sum up this game. Filled with a bunch of guys we signed a couple of days ago. That is literally what this game is. I actually texted Taylor Kyles asking him if I can get a quote on what he thought about the Polk on IR. I was going to share that on today's live stream earlier, and he hasn't texted me back. So I don't know what that's about. Nah, but those guys are working their butts off there. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. I would assume that like the majority of Patriots reporters probably traveled to this game too, because it's not that far from Boston. So why not travel? Right? MetLife isn't far. No way. They have a chest that they put the balls in when the guys make a play. So on that pick 6, he put the ball in a chest that I guess he's going to keep. Yeah, you made a pick in the NFL. Like, yeah, I understand why you would keep it. I mean, it was against Ben Woolridge, UDFA quarterback, in the third quarter of a preseason game, but I get it. Final quarter, guys. And a game we all want to be over. This might be the fastest that I have seen a preseason game go this year. Because I was looking back at the videos, at the live streams, and last watch party was 3 hours and 10 minutes. Against the Commanders, it was 3 hours and 10 minutes also. We literally ended at the exact same time. This week, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we're already in the fourth quarter. So I think it's just with the amount that they were running, both of these teams know that this game means absolutely nothing. So we had to play the game. Let's just be done as quick as possible. The Patriots backups suck. Well, Deshaun, one thing I will say is that the guys that are playing, the majority of these guys aren't even our backups. The majority of these guys are practice squatters, or guys we just signed a few days ago. Like the Patriots literally played almost nobody that was important. Now, defensively, they played a couple of starters early on, just a couple, like Jabril Peppers and Keon White. But like, other than that, this game was literally full of the Patriots making sure nobody important gets injured. Again, guys, like just wait. Like wait over the next few days, because especially on Tuesday, it's going to be a busy freaking day, guys. It is going to be a busy, busy day. Roster cutdowns. Every team in the league has to do so. Expect the Patriots to make moves. All right. It's not going to be anything crazy. I call it mini free agency, but I could see them potentially making a trade, 6th, 7th round pick, maybe a swap of 6th or 7th round picks. Try to get some help there, maybe on the D line, maybe on the O line more specifically. But I definitely think they'll claim guys off of waivers. They are one of the first teams in waiver priority because of how bad they finished last year. One of the good things about last year. So expect that. All right. Bernard with another attempt here. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Unfortunately, doesn't matter. In other words, so far, they got rid of it too much, or too fast, excuse me. But in other words, Travion Henderson this preseason was absolutely killing it. What does that say? It said it was like 7 yards per carry. What does that say? All right, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12. I'm going to hand the ball off here to Shane Watts. Shane Watts pushes it through the middle on 2nd and 12. Patriots close to the 50. Javon Baker's still out there, okay? I said earlier, is Javon Baker still out there? I haven't heard this guy's name. All right, 3rd and 10. Patriots give the ball off to JaMycal Hasty. Try to switch up the tempo there at running back. Doesn't work. This offensive line looks just like it did last year. Yeah, no starters. No starters out there. But still pretty rough. Travion Henderson from 2021 to 2024 at Ohio State averaged 6.4 yards a carry. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. All right, Patriots punt, 4th and 12. Again, can we just lose not as bad as the Jets did? I feel like I'm not asking for much here. I know we're going to lose, but can we lose a little better? Hey, shout out to Rob in the chat. You guys know him. You guys love him. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to Rob, man. Shout out to Rob. Guys, we're going to have Rob back for the start of the regular season. All right? We're going to have Rob back for the start of the regular season doing post-game recaps, okay? You guys love them. We're going to provide them. I would say we'll do one for this game, but I'm going to be honest. I don't really think anybody wants to hear about this game. Everybody wants to hear when the game matters, right? With all the starters. So come week 1, the boys are back just like we were last year. Hey, yes. Jermaine giving Rob some love. That's what I love to see. Everybody give Rob some love. Or as I call him, Daddy Rob. Nothing weird, guys, I swear. All right. I know you guys were like, all right, Global, chill out a little bit. But, sorry. I think we just secured our sponsorship for the season. But Rob is a dad now. So everybody shout out to Rob. Will you be doing a live stream following the cutdowns on Tuesday? So we will be doing something for roster cutdowns. I would love to Maybe do a live stream during. Now, I do have to get a video out for Bleacher that day, so I have to make sure I do that and time everything correctly. I also have to do my, what's it called? My hosting for the AFC West Roundtable and the NFC South on Tuesday, starting at 6:30, and I don't wrap up till 9. So we'll probably do like a live show where we react to the cuts in real time. I think that might be a good idea, but obviously have to hop off before Bleacher to be able to get that video out beforehand. But cuts are supposed to be finalized by 4 p.m., so hopefully the Patriots get them out early. Kobe, these guys ain't making the roster. Wow. The Giants almost had another touchdown. At this point, you know what? The Giants need it, man. The Giants need it. Just go out and let them score 40 on us at this point. All right, DeVito under pressure. DeVito going out to his wide receiver. That gets stopped for a short gain. Second down. Sounds like Kyle Duggar is also done playing. So, trying to keep him healthy to trade him, I guess. All right, 2nd and 8. Hand the ball off again. Again, Pats and Giants are just trying to get this game over with at this point. Jermaine is sleeping on the couch tonight. My wife yelled at me after a web touchdown because I was clapping as she was putting our son to sleep. Well, Jermaine, you woke up your son. But I get it. Like, that's the only real good play we made tonight. DeVito was 13 of 14. He's only had one incompletion for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yikes. So basically, everyone you see on the field tonight is not making the roster. Except for, Alex Austin. I think he'll still make it. But outside of him, Truman Jones maybe, Farms maybe, Pettis maybe. Oh, got some fight going on. Marte Mapu mixing it up right now. All right, but they get it separated. Stopped at the 1-yard line. Stopped at the 1-yard line, but the Giants about to punch this thing in and make it 42-10. Wow, that's rough. Mike Vrabel's going to have a lot to bitch about. Look, Vrabel will understand this is a bunch of guys that aren't making the team. But if any of these guys were like, you know what? Tonight, I want to make my name heard. Check this out. Nope. Not making the roster. Oh, come on, Kobe. Ball's deflected on a one-on-one matchup, and Kobe Minor doesn't realize where the ball is. Should have had an interception. Kobe Minor's getting cut too. All right. 7th round pick. Kobe Minor's not making the roster. Do you guys think that we can just quit now? Do you think if the team collectively goes to the number 1 ref here and just is like, yo, we're just going to head out. These guys want to keep playing with each other. They're good. We're just done. Okay. Easy touchdown here. Wow. Marcus Epps has looked rough in this game. Nikhil, do the Giants own us? So the Giants own the Patriots in the preseason when it doesn't matter, when we play all of our 3s and 4s, because every year the Patriots play the Giants, the final preseason game of the year. The New England Patriots, on the other hand, have the Giants number in the regular season. So, look, if Giants fans want to say that they own us in the preseason, go right ahead. We own you in the regular season when it matters the most. So, I'll take that. Rob makes a good point, though. Why were the Patriots playing Kyle Duggar? No, well, not Kyle Duggar. We know why they're playing Kyle Duggar, but why are they playing Jabril Peppers and Keon White? Keon White is a guy that, like, you feel like has to be a starter for the Patriots. I mean, outside of him, who are you playing? Elijah Ponder, Braden Swinson, they've had good moments, but they have not shown nearly enough. You got Landry, but, like, outside of him, who do you have? Unless you're making some surprise trade by the trade deadline, you got to think Keon White is starting. The only thing that I can think of is that they are playing Keon White to try to develop him. Because they said one of the biggest things in developing Keon White is that they need to play him at one position. And they haven't done that over the last couple years. They've played Keon White in the interior of the D-line. They've played him on edge, which is actually what I liked. Keon White is one of the best pass rushers in the interior of the defensive line in all of the NFL, statistically speaking. Again, the only thing that I can think of is we want to give him the most opportunities to develop at edge, because they are going to stick him at one spot from what we were told. But deep into a preseason game, it wasn't deep, but he played, a quarter or two in the final preseason game. Definitely an interesting move. As for Peppers, I'm really not sure why they were out there playing Peppers. Maybe because he didn't play much football last year, but he also dealt with an injury, so I wouldn't have put him out there, especially with a guy that deals with injury problems. And if we're going to trade Kyle Duggar, you need Jabril Peppers. You can't get rid of Peppers and Kyle Duggar. So you're keeping one of those guys. So why would you risk putting both of them out there? I don't agree with it. Glenn, did May start? No, Glenn. None of our starters really played, to be honest with you. Like, we've had some guys that'll definitely make the team, like Peppers and White. I think Alex Austin will be like cornerback 3 or 4, and he played a little bit today. But other than that, literally every starter and second stringer was out in this game. Even the entire starting offensive line didn't play a single snap. We didn't have a single starting running back get a snap. You didn't have Ramondre. You didn't have Travion Henderson. You didn't have Antonio Gibson. You didn't have any starting wide receiver. Javon Baker was the closest thing out there, and he honestly looked like the worst guy on the field today. Hey guys, we have officially secured a new sponsor, baby. Never worked with them before. New sponsor for the entire season this year, guys. So excited to talk about them. Not going to do it yet, all right? But come the regular season, we got a new sponsor that I'm so excited for you guys to hear about, because they're super freaking cool, man. For all of you nerds out there, you guys like football, you like numbers, man, you guys are going to like this new sponsor. So excited. Yeah, as Nikhil says, I mean, you had Matt Collins out. You had so Dobbs was active, but Dobbs didn't play. I think they only had Dobbs active as like the emergency quarterback if Woolridge goes down. But you had Dobbs not play a single snap. Travion Henderson didn't play a single snap. Gibson didn't play a single snap. Like, they did not play anybody important. They didn't play Austin Hooper. They didn't play Hunter Henry. So hey, yo, Rob makes a good point, okay? Rob and I have been trying to figure this out for a couple of years, and we haven't thought about it yet. All right, we're trying to figure out a name for our post-game show. So if you guys have any ideas, let us know in the comments, because we're trying to find a name for our post-game show here on the channel. All right, 2nd and 10. Pats are at the 35. And stop behind the line of scrimmage again. Oh! How can his arm twist like that? Oh my gosh, Bernard. All right, 3rd and 10. And they hand the ball off again. I mean, we should just expect both of these teams are going to hand the ball off on pretty much every single play, bring this clock down, and just be done already. Shout out to I'm really bad with names, the Fractal. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. If I have to read off a teleprompter one day, I'm screwed. The Fractal Rain. The Fractal Rain. Did I get it? See, look, as long as the prompter spells it out for me, it's hyphenated, we're good. We're good. But as he says, hit the like button, everybody. Support your boy. You guys hitting that like button helps support me tremendously. Want to get to 100 likes by the end of the stream, so help your boy out. We're at 74. We can easily get to 100, guys. That's no problemo. And let's get a little bit active in the chat. I'm going to start a poll. Do you guys put any stock into today's loss? I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys put any stock into today's loss? Is it anything that you're really taking away, or you're like, nah, dude, like it's a bunch of 3s and 4s, guys who aren't going to make the roster, or we got blown out, but like, why does it matter when these guys aren't going to see the field anyway? You guys let me know. Everybody's got a different opinion. I want to hear your guys. We got 1 vote that says no. 3 votes. All right. Who's voting yes? All right. Is it you, Glenn? Is it the Dolphins fans? Are you guys voting that it's important that we lost today? Come on now. All right, 59% says no. Why are this many people voting yes? 17 votes, and 41% of people said that, yes, I do put stock into today's loss. This sucked. Look, guys, if any NFL team, I want to make this clear. If any NFL team has to play their 3rd or 4th stringers, any team is screwed. Like no team that's on their 3rd and 4th stringers is gonna play good football, guys. Like it's expected. You're supposed to play bad football when that happens. At that point, you're just like, get me through the damn season. You're not like, okay, we're gonna win. You're like, all right, well, this sucks. Well, we got Dexter Lawrence. Giants sideline went crazy because they were literally just blocking one of the Patriots gunners. They were blocking Kobe Minor, 2 guys on Kobe Minor, and the Giants sideline went crazy. You guys are hype that you blocked on a punt return a 7th round pick. Okay. Sure. Let's see. My boy, LaSalle, says, I take nothing from your loss. Like how I don't take anything from our loss against the Giants. It's the preseason. Get over it. LaSalle, you're right. Just the preseason. Just the preseason. Zachary says, I voted yes because it's the Pats and I am a Jets fan. But to be honest, it doesn't matter. Zachary, I would expect nothing less. If I was on a Jets creators channel and they asked the same question, I would have said yes too. I don't blame you. Shout out to Richie Fresh, my favorite Bills fan out there. He says, Colby, y'all cooked. Just kidding, my guy. I want to show some love. Shout out to Richie Fresh, man. Appreciate you for supporting, man. Look, I mean, it's never going to feel good. Preseason, regular season, postseason, 42-10. It's not what you want to see. But again, when I saw who was inactive in this game, I was like, oh, yeah, God, are we going to put up a point? So you know what? We put up 10. 10 times better than I thought. I'm more so like looking at this game like, all right, who we trading? Who are we trading? Let's get some draft picks before the season starts, baby. Let's go. Patriots third stringers are terrible. That's what I see. Yeah. Again, if any of these guys are out there, it's not ideally what you want. But again, like I think there could be some third stringers that are decent on the starting team, right? Like I think there's some guys in the secondary where like if you needed them to come in and play, I don't think it would be bad if they're with the Patriots starting defensive line. Like Del Pettis is out there. And I think that Del Pettis, he showed that last year when he started that he could be a pretty good starter against tight ends. Also, you have Truman Jones, the edge rusher. We've talked a lot about him. He had some good moments today. If he got some reps on the defense, I'm not expecting a lot, but like, I don't think that he would be a liability out there. I think it comes down to just the unit you put together. Richie Fresh comes back in here and he says, your head coach don't look like a Cabbage Patch doll winning. Hey, well, look, Mike Vrabel, I could tell, was pissed. There were some moments he liked. I think he also understands who's out there and who's not. But I will say, like, there were quite a few times that he looked pretty effing pissed off. And a lot of them came with the flags, especially on Jordan Polk there. So Mike Vrabel is definitely going to shred these guys come whenever the heck they're back in the building, probably, what's today, Thursday? So probably like Saturday, Monday be the next time that they'll be back at Gillette breaking the game down. Did the undrafted rookie wide receiver play at all? So Efton Chisholm, no. Yeah, Efton Chisholm didn't play at all today. Zachary says, why are you guys looking to trade Duggar? It mainly comes down to the fact that he was not promoted, but demoted to the second team defense. So it happened pretty recently. It happened only a couple of weeks ago after the joint practice with the Commanders, where he was just getting eaten alive by Zach Ertz. And then they demoted him to the second team defense. He played, later than he realistically should have in the first preseason game. Then he played deep into the fourth quarter. He played the entire game against the Vikings last week, had the game-stealing interception, and then obviously played a good amount today, but also had an interception. And then afterwards, they took him out of the game. He has a really high cap hit, too. He's a top 10 highest paid safety. They have a lot of guys ahead of him. This is a crowded safety room. He just doesn't look the same since the injury last year. And I think that him and Jabril Peppers, they play such a similar role. And I think they're going to go with Jabril Peppers over Kyle Duggar. And I think they're just at a point where they're like, look, we're not going to play you all that often anyway. You're going to be more of a depth and rotational guy. Given the contract you have, we'd rather get you off the books. So, But a Giants player is still down. The cart is out. Every single Giants player out on the field surrounding him, though. Only 3 minutes left in the game. Not what you want to see. Wow, so that was more. The guy who got the pick 6 earlier is the guy that is down on the field for the Giants. That's not what you want to see. He's up, everybody's clapping, but the cart is out. A guy who showed out for you, man, that's not what you want to see. Oh. When the cart comes out and it takes this long to get him off the field, tends to be season ending. So that was the guy that definitely was pushing to make the roster for the Giants, at least. He's bawling his eyes out. He's laying down on the cart. It don't look good. Yeah, I agree, Eric. Those non-contact injuries are always the ones that are season ending. It's crazy as it sounds, but yeah, as for Duggar, if they can get him off the books, that's ideally what they're looking to do. Patriots are in the red for cap space next year, so having a guy that his cap space goes up, his cap number goes up every single year, get him off the books as soon as you can. So Richie comes back in here. Richie, you are killing the super chat game here at the end of the stream. That's my guy. He said preseason does matter, sorta. If/when injuries happen, you need your depth to look good. Like when the Bills get injured in the playoffs. That's where pre matters. I do agree, but I think in the final preseason game where you're playing 3s and 4s, like chances are those 3s and 4s aren't even going to be on your squad. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you're probably looking at guys who are free agents and you're probably going to pick them up and sign them to your active roster in that case, rather than playing your 3rd and 4th stringers that played in that final preseason game. So I don't agree with people who say the preseason doesn't matter at all, because I do agree it does to a certain extent. But I think any team, like I said earlier, any team that is playing their 3s and 4s in a regular season game, like you can't expect it to be good. I think any team's cooked in that fact. They're at MetLife. No wonder he's hurt. Seriously. MetLife claims those ankles. Shane Watts with the play. Oh, one got a beat. And maybe he could have had a long touchdown to make this look not so sad. But reaching the 2-minute warning. Darts looked good this preseason, though. I'm going to be honest. And they go back to Shane Watts. Turns nothing into a gain of 3. And now we're at the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to hand the ball off again, just like they've been. Shane Watts has looked pretty decent. Like, I'd like to see Shane Watts with the starting O-line. Like, I think he'll be back on the practice squad, especially for a team that's probably going to carry 4 running backs. Hey, my man in the chat. My man in the chat. The only guy who I think has been nice to me in the chat today on YouTube. Everybody flaming me for my poke take. But my guy says, my boy, cheer up. The best is yet to come. Bummer, but it's all good. You said it best. Keep our heads up. Keep our heads up. Remember, guys, we're also going to be on Bleacher. In fact, let me drop that for you guys. Guys, make sure you also click the link in the live chat. That is my beacons, okay? That is a link to all of my social medias. Give your boy a follow on Twitter. Give your boy a follow on YouTube. Give your boy a follow on TikTok, man. I'm releasing a lot of NFL-related content over there. Would mean the world if you guys followed me, man. I know a lot of people, as sad as it is for me being on YouTube, but a lot of people are into short-form content nowadays and not really these long-form videos that I've been known for doing for years. So really trying to get into the short form content, not just doing long term. So make sure you guys follow me on all platforms, man. There's something for everybody. Whether you want to hear my thoughts on a text on Twitter, whether you want to see long form content here on YouTube, whether you want to see up to 3-minute videos on TikTok, make sure you follow your boy. 2nd and 6, 35 seconds. Thank you, God. It's over. Thank you, God. The game is over. This might have been the worst preseason game I've ever seen. All right, guys. Well, look, I got to head on over to Bleacher Report. If you guys want to see my post-game recap over there, download the Bleacher Report app. I'll be over on the New England Patriots section, or go online and go to the New England Patriots section. Your boy will be live there in just a few short minutes. I want to say thank you to everybody who donated. I mean, Steven, diehard Pats fan. We had Richie come in here a little bit earlier. We had Tom Brady come on in here. We had Felipe, man. Brandon Flores, who it's his birthday today. So shout out, Brandon. Appreciate you guys for rocking it with me here tonight in a really, really, really rough final preseason game. But guys, preseason's over. Football is here. We are back, and a new sponsor locked in officially for the entire season. I appreciate you guys for always supporting me, man. I promise the games this season are going to be so much better than this. Real football is back. The starters are back. Drake May, Travion Henderson, Stephon Diggs, finally here every single week. We're going to be doing a live watch party like this every single week, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and tune in every single game day. We'll have more content dropping for you guys throughout the next couple of days because there's a lot to talk about before roster cutdowns. But as always, leave a big like on the video before you guys sign out. But until next time, I appreciate you guys for watching, and go Pats.